Hi, I'm Alan.
And I'm Aaron. Today we're going to take you back in time
About a week.
to explore some living history.
What was it like when TV became available?
Well, we had one of the first TVs in our neighborhood. We had our home was up on a hill, and Dad had put a big, tall, about a 3-foot antenna on top of the house. And our TV came from Omaha because Sioux City didn't have a station. So we had Channel 3 and Channel 6 out of Omaha. Very poor reception sometimes fair, but not real good. And of course everything was black and white.
And reception improved quite a bit with Sioux City.
Well, yes, it went from snowy picture to like going to the movies after the gas station in Sioux City, yeah.
What were some of the first TV programs that you watched?
Oh, I liked the Westerns, Lone Ranger, Roy Rogers, and I Love Lucy. Had Seal Test Circus that came out of Omaha. It was called Seal Test because that was an ice cream company, and they were the ones that sponsored it. And that was always good. That was an after school program. But it seemed like at the last 5 minutes of Roy Rogers or the Lone Ranger, when the big fight was on, why then it'd snow clear out and you didn't see anything, and then when the picture came back, we were at commercial, so you always missed the end. But you always knew who the winner was anyway.
Were there many TV shows that you watched as a family?
Well, you could watch them all as a family, but later in the evening, I guess, was when we could all sit down and watch. But they were all good programs, and
how did having a television change your home life?
probably not a whole lot, because we'd been listening to the radio before that, and this way when we first had TV, we had a picture, even though it wasn't very good, but it seemed like it was a big improvement anyway.
Mm-hmm. What were the commercials like back then?
Well, they had beer and cigarette commercials then that you don't have at all anymore now.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that they were a lot more appropriate back then?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Would you say that there are more commercials today than what there were back then?
Seems like it. Probably not, but it seems like it. Well, out in the country, it's pretty much all dish out. And in the cities they have cable. So that's I guess why we've got a dish. Yeah, it has good quality. Yeah, unless you have a thunderstorm, or then quite often you'll lose the signal for a while.
I found it interesting looking at how just the signal itself has changed. I mean, it used to be, up until recently, that the picture would fuzz over, but it wouldn't completely disappear, as opposed to now, whether you either have it or you don't.
What struck me the most was how when the television was introduced, it didn't have a huge impact on the family dynamics. Often the stereotype is that once the television is introduced, everyone just slows down and becomes focused on the television. without remembering that the radio was there beforehand. And once the television was placed in the home, it was treated in the same way.